Hello, it's nearly 25 past 10 in the morning, and as mentioned yesterday, I'm going to carry on with the edit of Tuesday. What's that? 3 days ago. Vlog number 720. So, as I mentioned yesterday, I've only got 3 clips left to do, but I've also got to do the titles and make sure that they're nicely timed for the end screen that comes after the upload. It's quite bright out, very sunny. I do believe it's going to be partly cloudy today, so I'm sure this will fade by mid-morning. In about half an hour it'll probably be overcast, implying rain. No rain today though. I've been cooped up since, I don't know when. Sunday, I think, was the last time I went out. No, I did go out to get groceries. When? I'm actually editing the vlog. Tuesday. So Wednesday, yesterday, and now today. I do feel like popping out just to grab some of these rays. Partly cloudy. It's quite warm though. It's going to be as high as 20. I normally go out of necessity, i.e. shopping. But also I go out if I've been cooped up for too long. Just to fresh the air. It's only just started today. Just to be outside and in the fresh air. I've also got to do the music. I've just seen one of the markers on the timeline, or guides, and it says music here, so I've got to put music as well as the end credit. So knowing my speed, it'll probably take 3 hours. So 1:30. Well, I really want to kick this off before I have breakfast. So if I'm not finished within the hour, I'm going to stop again just to have breakfast. Otherwise, having breakfast at 1:30 is just nuts. Right. So I'm going to get cracking. Just when I was pouring the orange juice, and I closed the tab, it had a bit of juice on it and it was sticky, so that's why I'm putting on antibacterial cream while I'm indoors. There is a method to the madness. I thought I'd get up and move about. It's been about an hour now at the keyboard. But I haven't got up only to fill the pint up. I've got up just to move about. Did I say that at the beginning? Yeah, I've got up to move about. No, that's not the reason why I got up to. Well, I had an excuse to get up, apart from talking rubbish. So many things happening at once. I'm multitasking. I can't do multitasking, it's impossible. So, or do it from the beginning to the end. But it means ruining the surprise, but right. I'm editing away using Kdenlive, and I just sucked up some air, so I'm going to cough now. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I was getting all prepared as well. So I'm typing away using Kdenlive, the video editor, and I'm doing text. It's simple, but I'm trying to be clever. I'm trying to use a template that I've used before, that I've created, which is a scroller, but it's got all the text I need. There's 3 types of text on there that I want, and I could do it from scratch, and by the time, if I had done that from the start, I would have been finished by now and not have this problem. But I thought, you know, I like to streamline. Anyway, I thought I could disable the stroller, the animation. It's the music text that goes from bottom to top, like it scrolls up like credits. But I wanted to stop the animation just because I've only got 2 pieces of music, so I can get it on the same screen. And there's no way of deleting these graphical pointers, start and end. They're very clever how it's done, but I just wanted, there's no way of disabling it, there's no way of deleting it. So I'm trying to use a bit of physics and maths. You know, if the corner of one box is the opposite corner of the other box, start and end boxes, then it will cancel each other out, but it's not. So I decided to start from scratch. It would have been easier. I'm just pulling my hair out at the moment. And just as I've clicked OK to get out of the text amendment, try to delete it off the timeline, but it's no good to me. As soon as I've done that, bang, Kdenlive closes. So I thought, okay, let's take a break. So I got up and picked up the pint glass and thought I'd have a little conversation with you guys, just to see how you are, basically. Well, yeah, how are you? I know I don't say it, but I think it. Yeah, right. So that was it, really, just to see every cloud has a silver lining. So when it crashes, that gives you a point, a starting point to get up, move about, have some exercise, fill up the pint, talk. Right, I'm taking up valuable airspace, airtime. It's terrible, isn't it? As soon as I said space, my mind was saying time, so I stumbled, you know. Right, so that's it. The update is over. Why not? Excuse me. Have I linked on this app before? Okay, Stephen, what's happened? Well, I'm trying to do the credits, work out the end credits without, I don't even know what song to use for the last track. But I need to put it in the credits. It's really hard to explain. So I've got a music credit and it's 2 songs. I know the first song because I used it earlier. The last song is going to go over the end credits, so I don't know what it is yet until I've worked out what the last time on the timeline is. Because then I can work out how long the second clip is, and then I can look for it. I mean, there's a way around it. You can always get a really long song and then fade out. But I want to, when the song finishes, the video finishes. And there's about there's about 3 sections that need music. I'm going to look for one song and then I'm going to cut it 3 times. You can guess what's happened. I've got it wrong. I've miscalculated. I've done the first clip, the first bit. The second one I've just done, but there's only a bit left for the last bit. And I don't know where I went wrong. So it's about 1:45 now, I think. Yeah, 1:45. I haven't had breakfast yet. I should be having my chili by now. Well, start thinking about chili. Not the country, but the meal, sorry. Bad gag. And Perspiring. I should open the windows, but it's noisy. But then I thought I should keep the heat out, shouldn't I? Somebody said, don't open the windows when it's hot. You know, keep the heat out. I'm just perspiring because I'm getting agitated. Stressed. No, I'm not stressed. The fact that I'm not having breakfast now means I'm not a patient person. If I was patient, I would say, okay, let's stop. Breakfast. Come back afterwards. But no, I'm impatient. I want to finish it. Right, rant over. I can go back. Thanks for letting me bend your ear. I put down 30, 21 and 1, which adds up to 55. It turns out it's 30 seconds, tick, 21 seconds, tick, and 1 minute, not 1 second. Oh, what a bloom. there's no feeling. There's only a few feelings in the world that's as good as finishing an export, finishing an edit. The export is actually happening, and the time is 2:15. By my reckoning, I've been on the computer 4 hours just to do the last three clips. But I had to add in music. I made a mistake with the calculation. I had to add in the music. I had to splice it into 3. The final clip had to have a speed change so it could fill up the text, the credits. I had to read. I had a problem with the scrolling. There's algorithms. When I was doing computers at school, it was all very well writing a computer program, but you have to document the algorithms, the mistakes, and how you got around them. Yeah, doesn't leave you. So yeah, it's kicked off now. I think it's going to take about an hour and a half for a 25-minute video. It's using a custom export I've used before. I'm still going to use it because all I've changed since the last time was the decibel levels. I've gone up to 15 from 12 for speech or normal video clips that has sound, and I went down. This is confusing because it's minus numbers, so you're actually going up, aren't you? I'm not going to say up or down, I'm just going to say I've changed it from -6 to -5. So that way it will be less, it'll be a bit more louder. Well, I'm in the kitchen, I'm almost there to make baked beans on toast, so I'm going to do that right now. I have to press it twice. Well, the mouse pad's not working. Ah. Button again. Right, restart. Now I need to hold down the F2 button, I think. Is it F10? F10? There we go. Right, I'm going to... Ooh, I made a mistake there. I think I should have... F10... save comment, yes, whatever, there is no changes. Well, that didn't work. F1, F2. Escape. Escape. I was quick. Come on, I was quick. Was I too quick? It all works on the night, does it? No, that's not what I wanted. Right, it's gone back to the Linux Mint login screen. So here we go again. Quit. Getting quicker now. Restart. And I've got to hit the escape key. I thought it was a function key. Here we go. Right, I want it to boot from the flash drive, which is number 3. Here we go. Try Bodhi. I don't know if you can see that, but it's saying try Bodhi Linux without installing, try Bodhi Linux in safe graphics mode, install Bodhi Linux. Yeah, let's go. Ooh. Oh no, it timed out. Ooh, here we go. Right, I must have messed around this time. Was it option 3? Well, not this option 3, but the next screen. There we go, install. And breathe. Do you want to watch this? Oh, very pretty. The aesthetics are good, but the performance is something else. Anyway, this should be more lightweight than Linux Mint, which was just a struggle. So I'm hoping if it's a performance improvement, and judging by the way it started, I'm having my doubts. You just can't flog a dead horse. I've said it before. Also, the video is up now. I've done the thumbnail. That was a bit of a struggle. The 3D text was so small and so big, it was hard to manipulate on the image editor, but it's done. What the plus side about it is English. But where I've taken so long doing the thumbnail, the video is uploaded. So as I'm going through the top and tailing stage, because I have to, it's waiting for the thumbnail to attach to the YouTube video. When I've got round to attaching the YouTube video, I'm completing the rest of the fields, and then when I go on to the next page, it says, well, do you want to do the end screen? It's uploaded. So I say yeah. It says, do you want to import it from the last video? And I say yeah. And then it asks me, do you want to do any editing? And I say yeah. I want to change the previous video to the next previous video, the actual previous video, and so on. And then when I've saved that, I've gone to the last page and it says, you want to go public or private? I say public, hit save, and it's done. Bang. So doing the thumbnail while it's uploading is quite a good idea. English UK. I don't know, it's probably 60-40 against going out later. It's cloudy and I just want to edit really. I like using Kdenlive. Yeah, I just seen the video all the way. Applications, leaf pad, ePhoto. Oh, I don't have any thingy bob. Office, productivity, AR&R. Okay. Let's go to the internet. Oh, that was a quick. Oh, that's not a web. It is a web page, but it's not running off the internet. It's running off a local server, local drive. Oh look, my latest video is here. That's what I'm watching now. I'm halfway through it. Okay, what was I looking for anyway? Oh yeah, CDX BBC game. That's what it's all about. Launch game. I need flash. Right, we'll stop it there. Flash plugin installed. Right. Now where is the history? How do I get to the history? Ah, history. So, which one is it? BBC. I think it's that one. Well, here we go. Right, let's refresh this. Where's the refresher? Here? No. Ah, there it is. No Flash player installed. I really am flogging a dead horse here. Right, I've run there's a thing here on the home page, like a welcome page. It says, system updates are important from a security perspective. The preferred way to perform system updates is to open a terminal and run the following command, which I did. I copied it, pasted it into the terminal. It's just finished. So now I'm about to find out if that CDX game will start loading. So here we are, the welcome page. This is the thing I copied and pasted. So the update's finished. Has it done something about the flash? Let's find out. Now I just need to type in a keyword here, like BBC or game. There we go, it's the top one. Oh, nope, that's bad news. Let's refresh it. Refresh it. Right. There is a way around this. It means downloading something. We'll go to the Adobe page. It thinks this is a Safari web browser, but it's called web. That's the browser it is. It's not Chrome, it's not Firefox, it's not Internet Explorer or Edge. It's something called web. But Adobe detects the operating system and the browser it's appeared on, and it says it's Safari. Now up here I've got Adobe, I think. Again, a keyword, ADOBE. There it is. Get Adobe Flash. They're the people who provide the Flash extension or add-on, plugin. And if you look down here, it says Linux 32-bit. It's 32-bit. It is a Linux operating system, but it hasn't worked out which operating system, which Linux one. English. And now the browser, Safari. Okay, so now I've got a choice of two uploads. Targets of RPM. Well, I tried RPM last time and I had to install something that would run RPM. So I'm going to try targiz this time and see what happens. Oops, I'm doing it with my left hand, so I'm making mistakes here. I know there's a button there, but sometimes that could be an advert. You have to be careful. A Google advert, I know. Right, here we go. Tag. Alright, so it must be that. Yep. Down there it says tag GZ. You have to click. Right. I'll run this and let's see how it goes. Right, it's done something here. I don't know if the Targiz app is already installed, but let's see. I just need to double click that. Right, it hasn't recognized what it is. Yeah, I thought so. I need to install a Targiz. It's probably an uncompressor. That's what it probably is. Right, I'll be back later. Had to learn terminal again. I forgot all the commands, you know, like chmod and sudo and plus ar. I've forgotten it already. I'm useless. Right. I've downloaded the flash as a compressed file. Actually, I do need to download the Targiz app. I couldn't find it, but you can, in terminal, it does it for you. I found some instruction on the internet how to type in various things in the terminal to say extract all the files, and I did. And then it says there was a readme file from one of the extracted files, and it says copy these files that have been extracted into this location. And when I went to this location, I didn't have permission, so I had to give myself permission, and I didn't know how. So I had to go on the internet. It tells me I have to type in sudo chmod followed by the folder. Then I could create a subfolder so I can put all these extracted files in. And now is the moment of truth. Right, back to the website. Again, I'm using my left hand. So, is it here? No, it's not. Okay, let's go up here. Type in BBC this time. There it is. Okay, let's refresh it. What went wrong, people? I've copied it to the folder, haven't I? This is the instructions here. It says, I'll just drag it into view. It says, I install in the plugin. I did. Copy the files to there. I have. That's using, there's two types. There's tar and there's rupm. I use tar. Don't uninstall it. Is there anything else I have to do? I don't know. I've tried. You can't say I didn't try. Right, there are some more suggestions on the internet. Sorry, excuse me, we'll come into this bit next. Another piece of terminal code. That's what I need to say. It's an installer for plugins, a flash plugin. It worked. I tried the web page, BBC's page, didn't work. The one thing I haven't done yet, of course, was to reboot. Sometimes you have to reboot for it to work. So I was going to pop out and check the post. I think where I'm standing now. I'm gonna go and do that and come right back and try again. Junk mail. Right. Oh, I thought I looked. Okay, here we go. I don't think it's going to work. Why should it? Just because it rebooted. Steve, you've done it wrong. BBC. There we go. Nope, hasn't worked. I don't know what to do. I can't play any Flash Room Escape games. I somehow fixed it on Linux Mint, doing the same thing. It's this browser. I need to find out a bit more about this browser. This web browser with a capital W. I'll have one more search, have one more go, and then I'll stop and have a nice plate of chili con carne on cheddar on toast with a nice mug. Why did I emphasize mug like that for? Of Nescafe original coffee. Something to look forward to. I'm enjoying myself, believe it or not. Yeah. I'm going to make chili con carne, etc. Well, I got. Sorry, I keep on ahead of myself all the time. No more puzzles, no more riddles. I couldn't find a solution, it was weird. But actually it is a riddle, it's a story. There's a story behind everything, isn't it? Cut to the chase and just say I installed Firefox. That's an alternative browser to web. And that thing that says, the message that says you need to update Flash, that wasn't there anymore, but instead was an area where the game would be. But it says enable Flash, so I enabled it. You just click the area, and it started. The intro started. So I skipped it, and then you got the. I don't know if you saw that video when I installed Linux Mint for the first time. I got what looks like the British Board of Film Classification with a progress bar. Or is it this way? That way. And well, I knew it wouldn't work because it reached the end and it hasn't moved. I know if it worked, it'd go into the next. Well, it starts and you hear it's another intro. It's like a montage building up to the game. For example, well, that is our hero is involved in a motorbike accident and he's rushed to the hospital. And he wakes from his like a comatose state, and he's in his room, and then he gets emails from dubious sources. So already it's intriguing. It's so brilliant. I've played it 2 or 3. I try and play at least once a year, but now I think BBC have done some housekeeping and moved things around. I was just hoping somebody would have covered it. I'm sure they have. I just need to go trawling into dark areas of the web and find where it is. So that's the short explanation. The long explanation was I couldn't find a solution, but I tried. I went to Bodhi Linux, Bodhi Linux, Bodhi Linux. It's BODHILUNIX, and well, I did a general search, and it brought me to like a forum. Then I found it, but it was useless. I went. There was another forum, and I think it's on Reddit. OEDDIT. You must have heard of that. If you follow PewDiePie, then you'll know what Reddit is. It's just a forum for on every subject you can think of, like operating systems, video editors, anything. So I found it in Reddit, and it still didn't work. Somebody said, do this, bingo. No way, didn't work. I think it did work. I think all the Flash installations, all that effort has worked, but because it's the web with a capital W browser, couldn't show it. It didn't have the build, the makeup for Flash, because it's a very light. I mean, its mission statement is it's a very light operating system, so it's not going to be bells and whistles. So, but anyway, Reddit said, no point looking here. Bodhi Linux has its own forum, not the one I looked at earlier. They've got a brand new one running off their own website. I think the old one was running off their own website. Anyway, I went to this. I went to the old website because when I went to they said go to the old website, which I did, but it was the home page, not the results of a search page, which I was on earlier. And of course it greets you and says, we don't have this anymore, we've got another, somebody has set up another forum, so there's a third forum. So I went there and did a search. Oh, the search. I'm searching for Flash, and I can't submit it until I prove I'm a human. So I've got this grid, 3x3 grid, of pictures, and I have to select the squares which contain traffic lights or bicycles, and it keeps on. When one square disappears, another one appears. Just to search, I was like there for about a minute. Eventually I got through it, submitted it, and there was no result, not a single result on the word Flash on the Bodhi Linux new forum. So I thought, it's the web with a capital W browser that's at fault. Why don't I just install Firefox? And that's the long answer. I remember watching, how did I find out about Bodhi Linux? Well, I did a search on the internet today. It's a coincidence because I did see a video on it yesterday by that bloke who's the same age as me. We're both English, but he's more smarter than I am when it comes to computers and operating systems and software. Well, he released a video and I watched it because I thought I'm on Linux Mint and it's struggling, and he said this is a lightweight one. And I thought, okay, I must have done a search on Linux, Bodhi Linux earlier this morning for me to, I don't know, it ended up in the top 10 website on lightweight distros, as they call it, distributions. And Distro Watch actually said it was the #1 lightweight operating system of 2020. So I was looking forward to coming off Linux Mint onto this, seeing if there's improvements in speed, and there is a gradual improvements. I don't have any, as I said, I don't have the Office suite, but I don't need it. I just want to play Flash games while the laptop's exporting. So I think I may be able to play Flash games, but not all Flash games. I haven't researched that much. I'm back in this, where I was with Linux Mint really, but I'm just going to make chili now and rewatch the video I saw uploaded earlier. I sort of had a half-eye on it and half-eye on the operating system installation. It's really hot. I should open the window really. I was hoping to have heard a noise coming from this room while I was making this, to say, you know, it's worked, but it hasn't moved off the British Board of Film Classification looking screen. I thought there might have been a delay, but no.